Morning Show with Anthony here on 92.9 and 96.9 EHM. Happy to have on the phones with us a very special guest. He is the supervisor for the town of Brookhaven. Ed Romaine joins us on the phone. Ed, good morning.
Good morning, Anthony. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. How are you doing?
Could not do better.
You guys are busy. You guys are doing a lot. Big town of Brookhaven cleanup thing going on Saturday, which we're going to get into. You guys must be busy getting ready for this. This is a big event.
This is a huge event. It is our 7th annual Great Brookhaven Cleanup. It's Saturday, May 17th. It starts at 8 o'clock in some places at 9 o'clock. But last year we had 2,500 residents throughout the town join all their local civic, community groups, Boy Scouts, Lions Club, Rotary Club, whatever. And they came together and they had areas of this town that they cleaned up. It was wonderful because Brookhaven can look a lot better than it's looking, and we want to help it look the best it can look.
That seems crazy to me, 2,500 residents. I don't think I've ever seen 2,500 Brookhaven people come together unless there was a band in front of all of them.
Well, we're hoping for actually more than 2,500 this coming Saturday. We're hoping for 3,000. People can register online. It's real simple. It's brookhaven.org, www.brookhaven.org, and you can register online. We supply things, gloves, bags, T-shirts, all can be picked up at Town Hall at Department of Waste Management, which is on the 3rd floor. In fact, yesterday I'm walking around Town Hall, and we had a Supreme Court justice from Wading River come out because he's also in the fire department there and said, I'm here to pick up all the gloves and T-shirts for the guys helping out. And we sent him up, and he came back, and he said, I participate also. So we have a lot of people, doctors, lawyers, the guy around the block, housewives, kids, Boy Scouts, all participating in this great cleanup.
Wow, that's great. And like you said, you can go and pick up the supplies, which you guys supply. In fact, tonight, 4:30 to 8:30, it'll be open a little late tonight. So for those people who usually work during the week, here's a chance to come and pick up all that stuff a little bit later on up until 8:30 tonight.
Absolutely. Stop by, and it's there. We want people organized. We have a number of organized groups, and we will help you. If you have a group of people, we'll help you organize, get a spot, and get out there, and let's start working on cleaning up. And not only do they clean up roadside litter, some people have cleaned up rivers, lakes, ponds, seashore of the bay or the sound. We have people participating in every sector of this town. And we have, and then what happens is the next day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we have our waste management department go, and they pick up all the bags of all the garbage that have been gathered, and we take them away. And we're a lot cleaner town come the 18th and 19th of May than we were on the 16th of May on Friday, because Saturday we all go out there, and I'll be out there with pickers and gloves and T-shirts helping people clean up in a couple of different locations throughout the town.
Brookhaven Town Supervisor Edward Romaine is our guest on the Morning Show with Anthony. We're talking about the 7th annual Great Brookhaven Cleanup. You heard him say it's not just about the side of roads, it's parks, it's riversides, lakesides. Ed, let me ask you a question. What are the odds we can get my basement on this list of places?
My garage before your basement. But I've got to tell you, for those who are interested and they have a question, call 451-TOWN, 451-TOWN. And if they don't want to go online and they just want to call up and get some instructions or guidance, give us a call, 451-TOWN. The operators will know where to put you in touch with, and you'll be transferred immediately, and it's a great thing. If you're looking around and you're saying, I want to help my community in a way, give us 2 or 3 hours on Saturday. Help us clean up and keep this town clean all year round. We just outlawed and banned all signs on the public right-of-way and utility poles because we want the town to look better than it's looked, and we are going to continue to clean it up. We're knocking down a lot of abandoned houses that are eyesores and cleaning up the ones that aren't. We are trying to make this town look a lot better, and I have to thank all of our volunteers for helping us come this great cleanup, and then thereafter, there's a lot of people that just as a community civic or service will go out as a group and clean up, or individuals just walking the road that will pick up things and do their duty to help keep Brookhaven clean.
Besides, all kidding aside, besides my basement and your garage.
and my garage, that's where I should be spending my Saturday.
But besides those two locations, is there a specific location or area that needs the most help?
Well, every area of the town needs help. But let's say, for example, the community of North Belport, if you know where that is. We have workers gathering there at St. Joseph the Worker Church at 9 o'clock in the morning. Come on down. There's a parking lot right across the street from the church. And afterwards, the people that run this event put on a barbecue at noon for the people that went out and worked for 3 hours gathering all the trash from that community. So you have different community groups doing different things. I only mention that community because it's great, because afterwards, if you work, you get a bite to eat.
That's how I work. I always got to have food.
I may be stopping by there, particularly about 12 noon.
The 7th annual Great Brookhaven Cleanup. What I like about this is it's a nice community thing, and usually a lot of the times with government-sponsored stuff, it's not as complete as what you guys are doing. So you guys are supplying the gloves and the bags and all this stuff, and all the people have to do is go out and gather it and then leave it there in bags, all bagged up, and then the waste management
people come and pick it up and cut it away. But what happens is, in any given year, we have removed literally tons of garbage. For each one of these cleanups, it's amazing. You think your community's clean till you start walking the streets. I mean, most of us get in our car and we drive on Long Island. But if you start walking, particularly the major arterial highways, there's a lot of junk out there. A lot of people that toss stuff. This is a great opportunity to clean it up. It's also a great opportunity to clean up some of our vacant lots that have been abandoned and are overgrown, and it's got all garbage and tires and stuff. I was with a group on Swan River, which is in East Patchogue, up by Sunrise Highway. Beautiful little stream. The water was still clear. It wasn't muddy, but it was full of all types of garbage, from tires to fences to a whole host of things. I'm saying, how did they get them way back in the woods back here?
Right.
So, this is something that we want to do. We want to make this town a great place to live. And it starts, like anything else, by taking pride in the town and not letting it become a junk heap, by keeping it clean, by not littering it with signs or garbage or anything, and showing respect for our communities. And we have a lot of dedicated people that are helping us do exactly that.
Now, Ed, I mean, this is not the supervisor of the town of Brookhaven. It's not your first foray into public service. I know you've held some other positions, but the town of Brookhaven is the largest town.
It is the largest town, and it's my pleasure. I was elected about 19 months ago and then reelected. It's really my pleasure to serve here. It's really a hands-on job. As you'll see, I'm lifting tires and all types of stuff tomorrow and putting it in garbage bags. But it is a wonderful thing. I had the pleasure to serve for many years, I think 11, 12 years in the legislature and another 16 years as county clerk for the Suffolk County. So I've had other jobs. This is a very satisfying job because you really get down to the nitty-gritty of helping communities and people that live in communities have a better quality of life. We are building parks in this town. We're trying to fix a lot of the roads that were neglected for the last few years, knock down some of the abandoned houses, do blight to light on some of our commercial structures. Things don't happen overnight, but we have a lot of enthusiasm. We have a lot of people dedicated to making Brookhaven a better place. And I got to tell you, when you're a supervisor, you are just in awe of so many of the community volunteers. We'll be over in Middle Island. The guy who is the president of Middle Island Civic, Tom Talbot, is our chairman and has been for the last few years of our Great Brookhaven Cleanup. Does a great job with Middle Island. He's out there with the crew cleaning up. So you start going to the various communities. We have 44 communities in Brookhaven, and there are a number of people that are very dedicated to the community and to the township as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, it's a like you said, 44 communities. It's a huge town. Even just something as dedicated as this to just one day, it's still a big undertaking.
It's a huge undertaking, and we're spending a lot of time coordinating all of these activities. And I'll be driving around to as many possible sites that day as I can make, because it's a special day in Brookhaven. It's when we harness our energy and where we get lots of people with the same goal, and that's to make Brookhaven a better place and a cleaner place. And it's if you were driving around with me, and obviously when I go there I do a little bit and then I have to jump in the car and go to the next, I'll never make all the sites. I think we have, probably over 50 sites where we have people gathering. And I'll never be able to visit, but I'll visit 4 or 5 key sites during the day and work with the people there for a while. But when you work with them, you talk with them. This is why we have communities. We have people that care where they live, what their community looks like, and I want to feed into their energy, and it gives me inspiration to show up every day and do the job that I'm doing here.
Yeah. I mean, it's partly what makes Long Island nice, and what makes Long Island so much better than New Jersey, I think.
Well, Jersey has its points, but I have to tell you, the one thing that if I can do one thing as supervisor, is to rekindle the spirit of community amongst the people that live in this town and harness their power, because what I do, others can do, but getting everyone to work together for a common purpose, and that purpose is to help keep our communities clean and to make our communities better places to live. I mean, that's what I view as my largest challenge as supervisor, because it's great when you're out there and you're watching all these people pitching in.
Yeah. I'd like to see you do that and kick New Jersey out of the union. I think if you could do both those things.
Well, for those who come from Jersey, I'm sure they're not happy about that. But I'm a Long Island boy, and I hope that we get a lot of people out there Saturday, May 17th. Go online, brookhaven.org, or call 451-TOWN. Come join us. Help make Brookhaven a better place to live. Help clean up Brookhaven on our great cleanup day, May 17th.
Excellent. And you can pick up your gloves, bags, T-shirts during normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 4:30, and down 4:30 to 8:30 tonight, Wednesday, May 14th, tonight at Town Hall, 3rd floor, Department of Waste Management. That's cool. It comes with a T-shirt, too. Also a good thing. Always good to have some T-shirts involved.
Absolutely.
And people can get more information, brookhaven.org, or they can call 451-TOWN, right?
You got it.
Excellent. Ed, thanks for giving us a little bit of time this morning, man. I really appreciate it.
Anthony, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity for the airtime to talk about the great Brookhaven cleanup.
Absolutely. One more thing before we go, Ed. Is it also true that you guys are going to be scraping off old BAB stickers off of the bumpers of old cars? Is that
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, awesome. All right, just making sure. All right.
Absolutely. And I understand that you have one of the largest listenerships of any radio station on the island, and you certainly reach all of Brookhaven town. As big as our town is, they told me you can be heard all over this town.
We are, and the morning show with Anthony is always here for you. Whenever you need to come on and announce something, we'll be here for you anytime.
Anthony, thank you so much, and good luck to you.
You got it. You too, Ed.
Right.
All right, there he goes, supervisor of the town of Brookhaven, Ed Romaine. Very nice of him to give us some time this morning. This is a cool thing. I like hopping on board on these community things. I love Long Island so much more than I love New Jersey, as you can tell. But no slight against Jersey. It's a great place. But Long Island is our home, and let's try and keep it clean. The 7th Annual Great Brookhaven Cleanup. This is a large, organized event. Anybody can go down, grab your gloves, bags, T-shirts from the Town Hall, Department of Waste Management on the 3rd floor. Like I said, information up at brookhaven.org. 451-TOWN is the phone number to call. And just try and go somewhere and clean up. And when you register, you just tell them where you're going to leave your stuff, which is also kind of the nice thing, because cleaning up is fun, but then having to grab all those bags and get them to the curb or get them to the dump is always such a big pain. This way, you just tell them where the bags are. They come down and grab it from you. That's kind of a nice little additive in there. And you get a free T-shirt. And like you heard, some places are doing organized barbecues and stuff. So get all that information at brookhaven.org or 451-TOWN and help be a part of making your community look a little bit better this year with the 7th Annual Great Brookhaven Cleanup.